And a lot of times here, I have you draw your ribs back. I don't want you to do that today. I want you to press your elbows down and I want you to slide your shoulder blades underneath you. So you're actually encouraging a little tiny bit of a back bend from your rib cage to your tailbone. Your spine will feel like it's not on the floor. Okay? Even those of you who have problems with back bending, and Diane, I'm not talking to you, this kind of work is probably more what you need more of, but others of you that find back bending challenging and it bothers you, probably this level of a back bend is fine. And let me just say, and this is the problem with yoga, this is why yoga isn't great for every situation. A lot of the poses are asking you to go into a full range of motion. And don't talk to me about when you're 25. I don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter. Full range of motion is really for super young people because you can recover easily, even if you overdo it. So at this stage, it's about really noticing, and you may not notice it when you're practicing, but what you're looking for is a level of ease in the body. Like it's not one drop of a big deal. Like if someone said to you on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the discomfort? You would say 1. You would always say 1. Now, I know we're all boomers, and I'm right with you. We don't like to hear that. We want all or nothing. I hear you. I feel your pain. I'm trying not to feel your pain or my pain. The more you can practice with a 1, and the less you practice 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the better your body's probably going to feel. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do strong work. You just have to be careful about the range of motion part. That's the part I'm really trying to drive home today. So it's not about strength, it's about range of motion. Let's start soft. Inhale, both arms overhead. We want to retain the mobility of the joint. Exhale, lower arms and turn. So we want the range of motion that we can do comfortably, of course. We don't want to lose it. Inhale, center. But we get it, I think, exhale, second side. It comes into play a little bit better, retaining range of motion, when we are not trying to stalk the problem. Exhale. So it's like dating. Anybody you've ever fell in love with did not pressure you. You were cool about it. They were cool about it. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm falling in love. Exhale. Inhale. So that's my point. Trust that you can work really soft and still retain strength and flexibility. You don't have to push it to feel good. Exhale. Inhale. And I'm basing this off of my own experimenting with my own practice side to side. The more I do a softer practice consistently, the less achy and stiff I feel consistently. Inhale. The other thing to start paying attention to in general is, does your body tend to like movement, like what we're doing, or does your body tend to like holding a pose? They both have benefit. The movement is great for the joints and connecting breath with movement, and the stillness is a little easier to notice what you're noticing. But if you sometimes feel like when you hold a pose for too long, you start to work too hard, then that's a sign to get out sooner. One more each side. Good. Bend your elbows. Soft hands. Roll your wrists. Roll your wrists. And the other way. Good. Bring your feet underneath you, or underneath your knees rather, and exhale, lift one knee, then the other knee. Knee over hip. Now, Diane, I don't want you to press your back into the mat. I want you to be archy. I want your back to be archy. Everybody else, if it feels okay, press your middle back and your lower back into the mat. So you're going to get a little more core engagement. Now, if your back is arching, I want you to cactus your arms first of all. Look, let's do hands down. I think that's a little bit better. Hands down. Harder cactus arms, easier hands down. If your back is not pressing into the mat, everybody point toes. Inhale, just go down 1 or 2 inches. You're not tapping the mat. Exhale back to start position. Inhale, just bring your foot down 1 or 2 inches. I really mean that, just 1 or 2 inches. That's actually going to make it harder to stop yourself in terms of working your abs. But now you're working your abs with a little bit of back extension, which for some of us is better than pressing the back down. Now, try 1 inch, whether you're pressing the back down or not. Try 1 inch or 2 inches and see how that feels in your body. And if you're like, well, I do want to do more, just be mindful that you don't speed it up. Bring your foot to all the way down. Now, I usually like to have my back pressing to the mat, but I'm doing it with my back not pressing to the mat today so that I can be really clear about what it's giving me. And it's not easy, my friends. So if you've been pressing your back down and you want to experiment, unless you know that back bending is hard on your low back, try it untucked for a few rounds. It takes a lot of concentration. And again, we're not doing a big arch, so it's not going to exacerbate that kind of stuff, I don't think. So your knee stays bent the whole time. You're not reaching your leg down. Both feet tap down, both feet lift up. Both feet tap down, both feet lift up. Now notice how when I asked you to go to 2 feet, you started going faster. You started going faster and you started swinging. So take the swing out, good Sid, and go slower. Go slower. Be interested in what your hips are doing. Paula, just notice that you're pulling your knees in now a little closer to your chest. Stop sooner. Good, Frank. Stop. Great, Lindy. Stop sooner. That's it, Noreen. What happens, good Jackie, what happens for a lot of people is they say this pose doesn't work in my body, and it's because they do the pose all the way out versus starting with something that's just a minuscule version of the pose and then building it if it feels safe. 2 more. Good, Penny. And feet down. All right, so normally I would say hug knees to chest. That's going to be too deep for you, Diane, so don't do it. Everybody else, you can hug knees to chest. If you're not hugging your knees to chest, let's lift your right leg up. Everybody pull your right knee in now, except for Diane, you're just going to have your knee in space. Circle your ankle out and spread your toes. Go the other way. So the middle spine is the least mobile, which in some ways makes it the hardest to hurt because it's attached to your rib cage. It doesn't have as much freedom. Second side, knee to chest or just hovering knee, roll your ankle out. But a lot of times the issue when you do have mid-back issues, it's that you've lost some mobility through the ribs and through that area because it's hard to move that area and the other parts of your body are moving more freely. Go the other way with your ankle circled. And come back to constructive rest. I'm going to start the first phase. This is the easier version. And then I'm going to give you a more challenging version for those of you who want something stronger. Exhale, 2 knees to the right, head turns to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, 2 knees to the left, head turns to the right. So I'm giving us counter rotation of the neck to the knee to start to stimulate opening the fascial connective tissue. So this is the one I would stick with if you're coming back to yoga from many things. If you've been taking a break or because you're having some chronic pain, I would stay with this one. If you want something that's going to challenge your core, knees come up, knees hover right over your hips. As though you have a block between your knee and your ankle, so everything's aligned. Exhale, hovering to the right, left elbow presses down. Inhale, center. Exhale, hovering to the left. And still using head turning away. Good. Inhale, center. And exhale. Take your time. It's not about how far you go. It's about keeping your upper back stabilized. And Diane, if you wanted the challenge and to do more, I would just really go only 2 inches to the right, center, only 2 inches to the left. So a little bit of work for your abs. The first one, the windshield wiper one, it'll open up the obliques. It doesn't work them too much. I mean, just to move side to side, you're going to get waist work. And it's 4. And it's 3. But if I'm being honest, when I go to the right, I feel a little tug in my left low back. So back to windshield wiper. If you're getting a tug somewhere, that's a clue. We're going to meet on the left side twist. So coming into whatever twist feels good in your body. We're here for about 5 or 6 breaths. Now stay in the twist for a softer practice. Stay right where you are, just nice deep breaths. If you're wanting a little bit more shoulder work and core work, come stack yourself to your side. Press down into your hand and lift. This should be okay if you want to do this, Diane. Top arm reaches over, pinky in, thumb up. Hold the pose. Those of you who want to work more vigorously, you can lift your hips up. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep reaching down. We all come back into the twist. Exhale your way back through center. Usually I have you pull the leg in. That creates more flexion in the back. So if that's fine for you, you pull the leg in. Otherwise, I want you to just reach your left leg to the sky. Flex your foot and point and flex and point and flex and point, flex and point. Hold your foot in flexion, let go of your leg if you're holding it. Lift your butt 1 inch off of the mat. How do you feel? If it's all cool, lift your butt another inch. How do you feel? If it's all cool, lift your butt 1 more inch. Come on down. Hold your leg in with your hands or don't. Reach your right leg to the sky. Flex and point. Work the foot. Open it up and point. Flex and point. 4 more. So anytime you use your hands to move your limb somewhere, you're forcing your body to increase range of motion. So here's where my leg lands naturally. If you want to look, here's where my leg lands naturally. This is what happens when I use my hand. It's a big difference. However, that doesn't mean it's better. It just means now I'm up against my full range of motion, which could or could not be a good thing. All right, here we go. Hold. Lift your butt 1 inch. How do you feel? Check in. If you really have no gripping anywhere, it feels okay. Lift your butt another inch. And then 1 more inch. And it may just be that giving your body a chance to move slowly and feel it out, you can stay relaxed as you do it. Maybe that you're not relaxing when you come into a pose. Come all the way down. Great. Windshield wiper or any twist to the right you like, about 5 or 6 breaths unless you're going to stay in the twist. Those of you who want something more vigorous, prop yourself up on your right forearm. Good. Press your hand down and reach away from your right forearm. Right? Top arm up and over, pinky down, thumb in. Stay down or lift your hips up. Good. Great. Everybody come down. Figure out the best way to come to standing. So do you want a down dog on your way? Do you want a few cat-cows on your way? Diane, if you're doing anything, it's just cow. You're just holding the back bend.